Journey with a Cinephile presents.
At last, my arm is complete again.
They won't get sick or feeble. They are beyond fear because they are forever young.
You can be a dead hero or a live coward. Weirdo.
Depp Dive, a depper look into Johnny's feature filmography.
I don't like it in here, it's terribly crowded.
I'm sorry.
What for?
Spoons, you got the most important job of all. You stay up here on the ridge, and if anything goes wrong, you give the signal.
You are Jack Sparrow.
There should be a capsule in there somewhere.
What are you talking about?
Your tongue belongs to Satan.
Are you out of your mind?
Keep it out!
Episode 19, The Tourist and Rango. Hello and welcome listeners to Journey with a Cinephile presents Depp Dive, a depper look at Johnny's feature filmography. I am one half of your hosting duo of David Garrett Jr., recording out of Columbus, Ohio, and I am joined as always by...
The better half of the duo, Jamie Frisch Garrett.
Yes. And first off, I guess we can start off with saying, how are things and how are you doing?
Well, we've transitioned back to me being at work.
That's true.
For a little bit now, and that actually went better than expected, I'm not going to lie.
Week and 3 days?
At this recording.
Yeah.
Because, of course, I worked 5 days in a row, had one day off, and then was
Had
scheduled to work my weekend, so...
That's partially your fault.
It was, but did you want me to work on Father's Day?
No,
and then Jonas's birthday, and then 4th of July is after that?
Now there's a weekend in between, but you might go visit your family.
Right, so I'm glad it's over. I get the next day, I get tomorrow off, and I'm going to spend it cleaning our house and catching up from what we didn't get to do over the weekend.
If you go visit your families, I'm literally going to
I'll
watch
go visit
movies,
them every
podcast
weekend.
prep, and then clean. Like, that's like the three things. And maybe go to the movies, because I haven't been able to do that much lately.
Didn't you go recently?
Yeah, when your family was here, because I went to see
That's
Sinners.
right.
So then, for me, I mean, same old, just kind of working, doing some podcasting stuff here and there, and just kind of motoring through all this stuff, getting these kids raised.
We're still in survival mode.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
A little bit. Trip's getting 3.5-ish months.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully moving him into his own room soon. Hopefully, but not hopefully. I can't decide if I'm okay with it
4
or
months
not.
would be at the end of this month.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Well, I feel sad now.
You're welcome. So then, let's kind of delve into what we are going to be doing here on this episode. So this is going to be first-time watches for me, for both. But you have not seen the first one of The Tourist. This one is from 2010.
Correct. I know there's a boat.
Is there?
Yes,
I think
there's water.
Yeah, it looks like they're in a canal. So I'm wondering if this is like Venice or like a city like that. 'Cause it's like it's got an engine on the boat. It's not like a gondola or whatever those things are called. I also know there's a train, because I remember the trailer for this one playing at Family Video where they're talking, and I think that's how they meet. I don't think they know each other at first. And then the other one is going to be Rango, which we kind of talked about at the end of last episode, about how this is a Western where we have is he a gecko? Or no, is he
a lizard?
Or what's the one that changes? A chameleon?
Chameleon. Yeah. I think he's a chameleon.
And he comes to a remote, roughneck desert town and becomes sheriff, I think?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Well, he was a pet.
Yeah. He's got
and then he gets stranded. He has a Hawaiian shirt.
And he also has a fish toy that he clings to. I can see it in the poster.
Oh, yeah. He's scared at first and then becomes a badass.
Yeah.
Do you have to do an explicit
I
now?
already ruined it.
Because of ass?
Yes.
Are you sure?
To children, that's a swear word. You gonna let Mackenzie say it?
Yeah, but what's the rating?
E for explicit.
No, but on movies they can say ass.
Yeah, but it's usually like PG-13.
Ass.
Anyways, anything you want to talk about then as kind of just intro to these two movies that you feel like the listener should know ahead of seeing these?
I'm hoping that The Tourist is more actiony.
I think it's going to be.
We haven't really had a lot of... I guess Alice in Wonderland had action, but I'm ready for action.
I think it's going to be like Nick of Time, where it's
Okay, hopefully it's a little bit quicker than that movie was.
Yeah, but I think this one... I mean, I would put this kind of akin to like an Ocean's movie, from what I kind of remember.
Well, I'm excited about it then.
I'm not sure who directed
like those
that
movies.
one. I don't know if I said it here on the last episode. I know Gore Verbinski did Rango, and he's a good director. Oh, yeah, this one's Florin Helken von Donner Schmark is the director.
It literally feels like you made all of that up.
Dude, he has big hair. He is German. Let's go. Yeah, he's not done anything else I've ever seen, though. He did... Yeah, so anyways, that's not going to help anybody here.
And then Rango, I think, is going to be filled with little Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Cartoon movies are easy to do that.
Oh, for sure. I'm not sure who the company is that did it, but it doesn't matter.
Is it Dream? I don't think it's a popular company.
I mean, DreamWorks would have been my initial guess.
I know it's not Disney.
No, it's not Disney. I know that. Because it's kind of adult, right?
Yes.
Oh, it's Paramount, Nickelodeon.
Oh.
And they also have Industrial Light and Magic. That's the company I believe that George Lucas owned, and that's who did like the special effects for Star Wars back in the day.
Oh.
And like I think they have a state-of-art studio, so like they do.
All right. Let's go.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else that you wanted to share,
nope, I'm good.
Let's jump over to the trailer then for The Tourist. Be right back.
It all started when I met a woman on the train.
I'm Elise.
I'm Frank.
That's a terrible name.
It's the only one I've got.
Maybe we can find you another.
Okay. I have a strange feeling that those two people over there are watching us.
I think you're right.
Really?
No.
Frank! Come with me.
Elise Ward and husband.
You're ravenous.
Do you mean ravishing?
I do.
All right, grab him.
Hello? I need help. There are two men trying to break down the door.
What kind of problem do you have with the door, sir?
No. There are two men with guns trying to break in. I gotta go!
Why is everyone trying to kill me?
Alexander Pierce stole big money from a gangster. They think you are him.
The man's a criminal wanted in 14 countries.
It's gone too far. You were part of a plan.
This is exactly why she chose him. To distract us.
I am sorry I got you involved in all of this.
Why are you involved?
We know he will be with us. You wish to report a murder.
Attempted murder.
That's not so serious.
Not when you downgrade it from murder. But when you upgrade it from room service, it's quite serious. I don't regret it, kissing you.
And welcome back. So, the first film that we're going to be covering here, as you can tell from that trailer, is going to be The Tourist. This is from 2010. This was directed by Florian Henkel von Donnerschmark. I guess might be how you say that. He also helped write this.
It sounds like you just made that up.
I did not. He was helped writing this with Christopher McQuarrie, Julian Fellows, and this is from the motion picture Anthony Zimmer that was done by Jerome Sully, or Sulla? And this is starring Jonathan Depp, Angelina Jolie, and Paul Bettany. This is a spy action thriller that is a co-production amongst United Kingdom, France, Italy, and the United States. Currently sitting on a 6.0 on IMDb and I think it was a 2.6 on Letterboxd with a synopsis being: a tourist on the train to Venice is approached by a mysterious woman for an unusual reason. So we actually realized you realized when we were watching this that you had seen this one before. You
yes.
thought you didn't. And then I actually realized right before we hit record on this, I had seen this one as well because I had it rated on IMDb ahead of recording this.
That's hilarious. I remembered certain things, and I was able to pick it out, and I'm not one to watch movies and try to solve them. So the fact that I knew certain things were happening, we were, what, a quarter of the way through?
If that.
If
15,
that.
20 minutes, yeah.
And I've seen this before.
That also makes me wonder, because, like, I had guessed the reveal, like, right after the first time they're on the train together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I looked at you and I was like, don't confirm this if you remembered or not. And then I had said it to you, and then I was right in the end. And I was like, okay. So it makes more sense that why everything clicked like it did for me for the most part. That
I have Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no,
but I have a feeling I know how we both feel about this film if neither of us remember watching it the first time.
Yeah, because I mean, my kind of opening thing I would say here is that it's interesting. I kind of like this idea of the mistaken identity where she has targeted this guy because her lover told her to find somebody who looked like him.
Well, no, not necessarily look like him, but his height and build.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, certain things that would make people think that this was him as a way to kind of throw people off from her. And then it's one of those weird mistaken identity type things where he ends up deciding he wants to help her along the way and kind of gets in the way, and we kind of realize more things as we go along, because not only is Scotland Yard after her to get to him, who would be, what was the guy's name? Was it Anthony... what was the guy?
Pierce.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Anthony.
I don't remember what it was
AP.
now.
It's definitely Pierce.
I'm trying to see if I can look this up real quick here, and I can actually edit a lot of this stuff. Alexander Pierce.
I was like, it's not Anthony.
I think I was kind of going off of what the original title was, because I think it was Anthony Zimmer. Anyways, but it's one of those things where all these different people are after this guy because he robbed a gangster, and there's money that is owed back to the British government.
For me, it's taxes.
It might be.
Or something along
But it sounds
those
like this
lines.
gangster stole money from them, or maybe he didn't. It's something along those lines. And then Paul Bettany is the Scotland Yard agent who is told to pretty much give up what he's doing because it's already costing them too much money. And he's like, there's a 1% chance you're ever going to catch this guy. And if you do, then we can recoup what we're owed. But it's portrayed by the great Anthony... No. Yeah, or Timothy Dalton. That's what I meant to say. But yeah, so any other thoughts you kind of wanted to kind of
The
build
great
on?
Anthony Dalton, I mean.
Timmy D.
No, this movie was long to me for what it...
Yeah, hour and 40 minutes, yeah.
It didn't feel long, but to me nothing was happening. It was boring, which is shocking to me because...
It's very dialogue heavy despite being kind of an action film.
Right, and I typically like action-y rom-coms. Like Italian Job, a lot of those types of movies National Treasure, I like those movies. This one, no.
I don't know if I would necessarily
why.
put Italian Job as a romantic comedy.
Charlize Theron and Marky Mark.
Okay, anyways. There's some sexual tension, but I don't necessarily...
They hook up and get together at the end.
Okay. But I don't necessarily feel like this is a rom-com either. And I think that might be what you're missing, is that there's not a lot of romance. Well, there is a little bit when Angelina Jolie as Elise kind of seduces him into helping, but then she kind of gets annoyed.
She falls in love with him
in the end, but I mean, it's also kind of a cheat. I don't necessarily want to spoil everything, but it's kind of a cheat.
The whole thing, it's not. It tries to be all the things that I love in movies, and it just falls short.
That's fair. I mean, I can definitely see where you're getting at there. I guess I think it's interesting that we have this he's actually English, but he's has a Russian mob feel to it because he has all these Russians that are helping him, and how he kind of gets involved in everything with this one. Yeah, there's a lot going on, and it makes sense in the end, but there are some things I feel like you kind of have to suspend disbelief when you believe that Frank Tupelo, who is this
mathematician from America,
from Wisconsin or Minnesota or something like that, whose wife passed away and is on this train, that he would be able to do a lot of these things. They do kind of cover their tracks in the end, but I mean, I still kind of feel like it...
this is a very far-fetched movie, and it, just like most of these movies are.
Yeah.
It's just not, I don't know, not my thing.
It's actually kind of interesting. Before we kind of, like, I think at the outro of the last episode, we were kind of talking about how I had brought up this is going to be similar to A Nick of Time. It kind of is in a roundabout way, where he's a fish out of water who gets pulled into a bigger plot that he has to, like, make these decisions and do certain things. This one, he's much more gung-ho. He's actually, like, the one spearheading doing these things, but they're kind of like cousins to each other if you kind of look at how the stories kind of play out, just slightly different variations on that same character.
Yeah, I could see that.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, like, story-wise or anything for...
Trivia for this movie is they cast other people before they settled on Johnny and Angelina.
This is probably a Hollywood, like, studio movie then.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Charlize Theron. And then...
I think I liked her better than Angelina in this role, just because I find her more attractive.
Yeah.
So the seduction stuff, but I mean, Angelina's still a beautiful woman.
Yeah, Angelina said she'd do it because it was going to be a quick shoot in Venice.
Oh, good for her.
And
kind
then,
of the same reason like Michael Caine did a certain movie, so he could pay for either get a new house or he could get a refrigerator.
Such very different.
There's certain actors that literally would take certain roles because they wanted to travel. They're like, oh, we're going to film this in Romania, and they're like, oh, free trip. Anyways.
And then it was supposed to be Tom Cruise.
I could also see
that. But him and the director had creative differences.
And I could see that as well.
And then Johnny got on the film.
Makes you wonder if he wanted stunt people to do certain things, because I know Tom Cruise is big about doing his own stunts.
Oh.
He already started been in like the Mission Impossible movies, so he probably would have been spearheading that idea.
Yeah. It's crazy to me that movies can be tied to different actors and then they pass on them, and
it's like watching Entourage.
Yeah, it's just
how like they
it's
talk
real
about
how
all those things, how this person was attached to this, and then somebody lied about something, so now they're not attached to it. So like there's a lot of weird factors that can move things
or
around.
You passed on it, now look, Colin Farrell's doing this, and I don't know, and you never know, is it going to be a big hit or a flop?
Yeah. Actually, I kind of thinking about it when you were talking. Tom Cruise, I don't think would have fit in this role. The creative differences also could have been...
He's not a romantic guy.
Well, the weird thing there is that I've heard rumors that he usually only likes to be cast in movies where the lead woman is shorter than him, because he's not much taller than I am. But the other thing is that I bet some of the creative differences could have been like, I need you to play this a little bit more subdued. Like, you're not supposed to be somebody who is like super talented, which Johnny Depp is great about doing that, where he's kind of like, oh, and then kind of lucks into doing things.
He plays a fumbling American.
Yes. Where I think Tom Cruise would play it too much like...
Too cool guy.
I'm a secret agent. And he's not a secret agent.
Yeah. She is.
Spoiler. Anything else that you wanted to bring up for the story?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, I will quickly then run through the cast list. We've already talked about Johnny Depp. We also have Angelina Jolie. Paul Bettany is the inspector who... I kind of like what's interesting about him is that he is dead set on catching this Alexander guy only because he was in love with Elise, and then she chose Alexander over him, so he's being super petty. But Paul Bettany's a great actor. I like him a lot. Timothy Dalton, former...
He was also in A Knight's Tale.
He was in A Knight's Tale.
I read that in a fun fact. It was somebody else from this movie was also in A Knight's Tale, but I don't remember who.
Rufus Sewell.
Oh, yes.
Because he's the villain in that movie. He's the one.
Rufus plays almost a cameo in this movie.
He does kind of play a cameo. Timothy Dalton was James Bond at one point, and he's actually more impressed me now when he's been in older roles, because I liked him in Penny Dreadful, where he plays like a vampire hunter, and he has like a beard and everything, but he's in a lot more in his older age, where he is somebody who's very... Being British, he seems like he's very wise because of his accent, and especially in stuff where that kind of comes into play. I don't recognize his name, but the guy who played the villain in this one, like the mobster, is Steven Berkoff. I thought he played his role very well as that guy who kind of feels like he's always in control of things. Kind of already brought up Rufus Sewell. He has such like a resting, angry face that he plays these roles very well, where you think he's up to no good. Because he's played a villain in a lot. He's kind of a villain in Old as well, the movie on the beach with M. Night.
He's kind of a villain in Tristan and Isolde.
Okay, I haven't seen that one.
He's not a villain in that he does bad things, but he's a villain to the love story. He does nothing wrong.
Same thing with A Knight's
but-
Tale, where he is the like nobleman who is like undefeated or is difficult to beat.
He's doing nothing wrong, but he's the enemy to the viewer.
Yeah, it's fair. And then the last person I'll bring up here is Raul Bova, who plays Conti Filippo Gaggia. We've seen him in other things. He must have a very minor role in this film. I'm not sure like what I know him from, but he's got a face that he's
yes, he does.
Good-looking guy, and you might not know him. I know him because I watched him recently in Alien vs. Predator. He plays a tour guide in that one who knows how to climb like icy mountains because they go to Antarctica in that one.
Oh, okay.
So they need him to be a guy to like help them to cut into the ice in that one. Anything else you wanted to bring up? Anybody that I might have missed cast-wise?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm the last person to ask.
Then let's go ahead and jump into why we were here and talk about Jonathan Depp's role.
You're gonna, I feel like, correct me on all this. He's good at playing a bad role.
You mean, okay. No, it's
make it sound how I mean it to say.
It's not a bad role.
No.
But he's great at playing a bumbling American who doesn't know what he's doing and kind of lucks into good things happening.
Right,
it's a less flamboyant Jack Sparrow.
Yes.
It's a more competent guy from Nick of Time.
I think of, in Twilight, Anna Kendrick's character. Okay. She's a great actress because she's able to play such a bad... It's not a bad role, but the character's so
that one's just poorly written. And
yes,
but she brings life to a role that has no life.
Yes, and that's kind of what it reminds me of.
Okay.
Because there's so much depth to this character. Yeah. But then it's played so well because he's a great actor.
Yeah, he does come off as a math teacher in this very well.
Right, and where
he's fish out of water with going to like that.
Do you want to come to dinner with me?
And then for her
dinner, do you want to come? And
how she's telling him how to ask where it's
I'm going to eat dinner if you'd like to join. Like just the way he does it is so great.
Yeah.
But this role is just, if you look at it from a surface level, it's not his best.
No.
But if you look at what all he's capable of doing, you know that he's playing this role very well.
Yes, yeah. There's a few times where, like, what I go back to is the morning after he stays in the hotel with Angelina Jolie, when he's on the roof running away from all of the gangsters, and how he looks like Jack Sparrow without being so flamboyant, where he's like trying to go across these like terracotta roofs, and how they're slick because they're rounded and everything like that, and he's just running, and then Angelina calls him from across the court. He just kind of looks over at her and just keeps running.
Or what I like at the very end where he's switching between accents.
Oh yeah,
and
he did that seamlessly,
and he even changes his mannerisms.
Yeah.
Again, if anybody could have played this role, I think you didn't have to have Johnny Depp in it.
No, but I will say
he made it.
The best part of his acting performance is that scene you just brought up when he confronts the gangster while Angelina is trying to not give him the code to the safe. And how he comes in and
he's a bumbling American to a suave.
What's also kind of interesting there is that we don't know if he's actually the guy he's claiming to be at this point anymore. We don't know if he's actually this Alexander guy, because there's certain things that he was told by Angelina and other people throughout this movie that he incorporates in, and he makes that gangster pause and be like, "Wait, are you him?
You did this?" And she's like, "I told him."
And then she's trying to derail him
because she didn't know it was him until the code got put in.
Yes.
Because he played both characters, and the way he switches back and forth, if you didn't know the big reveal, you would still think he was Frank.
Yeah, and you think that he's
the
just
whole time
showing so much charisma that you're like, oh my god, he's playing this off right now. I believe him. And then you get that reveal, and you're like, oh, okay,
yeah.
I have a feeling I like this one a little bit more, at least that reveal more the first time around.
Probably.
Because it probably was oh, it is this.
I think the rewatchability for this is low.
This is kind of a one and done, and just kind of turn off
apparently
your brain
for us too, and done. I
can't
can't believe that you remember all of these movies.
Well, clearly I didn't like it because I don't own this one. So this was in a time period when if I didn't really like it, I'm okay, I'm good. So that's probably why
you didn't remember it. I'm shocked by you. I'm not shocked by me.
I've almost watched 5,000 movies. You got to give me a little bit of leeway. victory lap. Anything else you want to talk about for Johnny Depp's performance here?
No, I think we've said it all.
So are you sticking with Pirates 3 or are you switching to The Tourist?
I'm going to stick with Pirates 3.
I'm going to stick with The Libertine as well because I still think that's his best performance that I've seen to date. Anything else you want to talk about for The Tourist before we end this little recording then?
Can't wait to forget we watched it and watch it again.
Yeah, let's go. I won't now this time because it'll be also logged on Letterboxd, so I will remember.
Got it.
Forward. So then, I guess briefly here, because we don't want to take up too much time because you need to pump, and our son's probably going to wake up at any time here. Rango is our next movie that we're about to watch. You've seen this one before. I have only seen parts when I've watched it in family video. We would put it on just because it was
kid-friendly.
Anything that you wanted to kind of say here, just kind of in prep before we sit down to watch Rango?
I can't decide if I'm excited or dreading watching this movie.
I'm intrigued by this one.
I think I will appreciate it more this time because I'll be able to find all the cookies throughout the movie.
Easter eggs.
I know. I picked cookies on purpose.
I had a girl.
So I think I'll be able to do that piece because I think there's more references to other movies, especially that you might get.
See, the thing is, I wish we would have watched the Clint Eastwood Fistful of Dollars trilogy because I think this...
that sounds awful.
I actually think that might reference a lot in Rango because those are Westerns, and this is a faux Western from what I kind of have heard.
Yeah.
Or I also kind of wonder what Westerns this is actually like paying homage to. With, I mean, he comes to a town where there's like a bad guy, and he becomes like the sheriff. So like that's literally
every Western,
especially the spaghetti Westerns, which you're a big fan of.
Big fan of. It's Italian.
Spaghetti. I guess anything else then before we get over to the trailer?
I still don't know what a spaghetti Western is.
Just a Western done by Italians.
Okay, so that is it.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Okay.
Super popular genre.
Is it?
It was back in the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 'Cause, I mean, it revitalized a lot of people's careers. Like, that's why, like...
That's right.
Because Clint Eastwood you've not seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but that's like a big portion of that, why Leonardo DiCaprio goes over to Italy to do movies. But then, like, that's why like Clint Eastwood and not Brosnan. There's another actor who did a lot of these type of movies because it revitalized their career and they came back to America and their stock was up.
Oh,
because Western is actually like an American genre. Like we
that's
have a stranglehold on it. Like John Ford really kind of developed that. But yeah, so
the more you know, the mo you know.
Anyways, let's get over to the trailer and we'll be right back.
Welcome, amigo, to the land without end. The desert and death are the closest of friends. We sing of his courage, his magnificent song. But pay close attention, he won't be here long.
Don't move.
What?
Don't move!
Not moving!
Shh, not moving. Try to blend in.
What? Blend in? What do you mean?
Blend in.
Huh? But what are you saying?
Too late.
No, it's not too late. I'm blending. I'm a blender. Ah!
Hey, calm down. What are you doing? Tranquilo. Stop moving. Try not to look conspicuous. Oh, here she comes. You better run, Mojito.
What? I thought you said don't move.
That was before. Now, you run. Here in the Mojave Desert, animals have had millions of years to adapt to the harsh environment. But the lizard? He's going to die.
What was that for?
You're a stranger. Strangers don't last long here.
And welcome back. So as you could tell, this is the second movie for this episode here of Rango from 2011. This is directed by Gore Verbinski, who also helped write this with, let me just figure out to make sure that I have everybody in the right places here, is the story is amongst John Logan. Verbinski helped with the story, and then James Ward Bierkit, and then Logan was the one that actually did the screenplay. This features the voice of Jonathan Depp, Isla Fisher, and Timothy Oliphant. So this is an adult animation, adventure epic, animal adventure, computer animation, contemporary western, desert adventure, quirky comedy, satire, slapstick, action film that is from a co-production of the United States and the United Kingdom. Currently sitting on a 7.3 on IMDb and a 3.7 on Letterboxd, with our synopsis being, Rango is an ordinary chameleon who accidentally winds up in the town of Dirt, a lawless outpost in the Wild West in desperate need of a new sheriff. So, I believe we had talked about this in the opening, is that you had seen this once with your sister at the opening
Premiere.
somewhere.
We had to have special tickets.
Where was this at?
Columbus.
Okay.
But that's...
Okay.
I had bad hair. That's what I remember.
Yeah, you did that helmet hair. Let's go. Anyways. So, what was your second time thoughts then, seeing this again?
I paid more attention to the finer details.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it was still boring to me.
You're not a big Western fan.
No, I hate them.
And this is paying homage to a lot of, like, the classic Westerns. That's one of the things that I think... This is one that I think I'd like to revisit personally after I'm more versed, even if it's just, like, the Fistful of Dollars, like, trilogy with Clint Eastwood. Because, like, I've seen some, but, like, I don't know enough to, like, truly understand what they're going for.
Such a long movie.
It's only an hour and 40 minutes, though.
Oh.
Verbinski loves doing long movies.
Like I said, it was a long movie. You just agreed.
Oh, that Wind-Up Fish is from Arizona Dream.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a nod to the dreamlike sequences of Arizona Dream. But yeah, it's only an hour and 40 minutes. Gore Verbinski did all the Pirates movies. Those are all long. Like the first four or the first three Pirates movies. Those are all long. But
no, they pay a lot of homage to Depp's other movies. They paid
Fear and Loathing,
American Dream,
Arizona
Dream,
Yeah.
the Latin Lover one.
Oh yeah, what was that? It's Don Juan DeMarco.
Yes, they pay homage to that. They didn't do anything for Pirates.
I'm actually kind of shocked by that, just because, like, being that Verbinski did all of those.
They didn't do a lot of the other ones, but they pay, unless you're a Depp fan, you wouldn't notice, which I think is cool.
But yeah, so, like, I did read up a little bit here while we were kind of starting to record that they do pay homage to certain things. There's more, I guess, from Arizona Dream with, like, the bird and him being chased with, like, the toilet paper and stuff. Like, I don't remember that movie enough to understand the reference, but that was one I saw.
And that was pretty cool. I like when they do that.
Yeah, me too. This is actually more, like, again, this is more, though, paying homage to, like, Western films. Cause, like,
absolutely.
Like True Grit, that's Priscilla, the little girl.
She was in there.
Yeah.
And Spirit of the West, you said.
Is The Man with No Name, so that's, like, Clint Eastwood's character in the Fistful of Dollars trilogy. I was actually just reading up. It sounds like High Noon is actually a big, like, part of that, which...
They meet at High Noon.
At High Noon, it's, like, the drawing of the gun and everything. That happens in a lot, because I know, like, The Quick and the Dead also does that, too.
Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, this movie, I think, is a loss on a lot of people if you don't necessarily understand, like, Western films or, like, know some of the references. Like, I kind of understand it. I know the one part where they're running, or not running, but they have the, like, stagecoach chase. That's Stagecoach, which is literally the whole movie is there's a group of people in a stagecoach that get attacked by Native Americans, and then it's them trying to survive and make it to this next outpost.
Yeah. Like I said, it was boring.
I don't think it's boring. I mean, I will say the detail on all of these creatures. Like, somebody I saw a review on Letterboxd say that everybody is ugly in this movie, and they loved it for it.
Oh.
Everybody does look just like they've lived in the Wild West for so long that they are just rough now.
Yeah, and watching it on our TV made it look,
yes,
it was beautiful.
Everything popped,
yeah.
There was such detail and just so little things that I kept just, like, watching and just getting lost in.
Like when Rango's eyes would get real small, that was, you could see all the scales.
They actually didn't, yes. But they also didn't utilize his color change as much as I thought they would.
Yeah, they only did it really once.
And they only really did like in the beginning. Like I know he did it with the... He does it when he's trying to hide from the bird.
Yeah, and he's turning purple and blue and...
And they also did it when he's trying to be the cherry ropes candy.
Oh, licorice.
Yes. Well, I think the generic name that he on the box was like
That's
that.
fair.
But yeah, they try to do a little bit of that. But I'm surprised they didn't use it more because a chameleon. It is kind of interesting though. Is that he changes his persona when he comes to this town, which is kind of like a chameleon because he changed what he when he
He's
showed
an
up.
actor.
He was like, oh, I'm gonna be somebody new.
Rango.
Which he got from like Durango, which was on that bottle that he was drinking from.
Yeah, we also said pays homage to Django.
Probably, and there's also, I was looking up, it sounds like there's a TV show where the main character name was Rango, and he was kind of a bumbling type guy. So I bet that show was taking Django and changed it to,
I was like Django.
And changed it to Rango, and then this is paying homage to that because
Both
him
of
being
them.
a bumbling guy who's trying to take over as sheriff, and he solves a lot of stuff here with his deductive reasoning, but he sometimes has to go the long way to get there.
Yes, as do most of us.
That's true. Anything else that you wanted to talk about then before we kind of shifted over to some of the other stuff?
Nope, ready to talk about that cast list.
Yes, let's get over to that. So Depp plays, Lars is actually his real name, and then he changed it to Rango. Isla Fisher is Beans.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I had no idea that was her.
Agreed. She changed her voice so much that I did not, it took me a while to realize, oh that's her in there. Same with actually Abigail Breslin, who plays Priscilla.
I could
You
get
picked
her.
that one up first, and then you're like, I was like, oh yeah, she's on the cast list. I was like, yeah, you're right. That's exactly who that is. Ned Beatty is the mayor. I was telling you, he is the poor individual from Deliverance who is made to squeal like a pig. Alfred Molina plays Roadkill. Bill Nighy, coming back from Pirates 2 and 3, is Rattlesnake Jake. He was a good character too.
He was good. That was a good one.
Stephen Root from Dodgeball and Get Out is in this as the banker.
Yeah.
And he's also a couple other voices in this too. Harry Dean Stanton is Balthazar. You might remember him. He's in Alien, the first one. He hangs out with the black guy, and they're the ones that are like, are we getting paid extra for this? Then I'm not doing it. They're the ones that just are like, no, I'm not. And I always respect him for that. Like I said, Oliphant he plays Clint Eastwood pretty much, but he's the spirit of the West in this one.
Yes. Did not match the drawing.
Not necessarily, because
I did not like...
You think too much of Clint Eastwood when you look at him, and
Yes.
his voice doesn't necessarily... He's not as rugged as Eastwood.
Yes. Not bad, but just, it's a miss for me.
Right. Ray Winstone plays Bad Bill. He's an actor that... He plays he's kind of like a roughneck guy in British films, because he's from Britain. He's from British.
You're dumb.
Ian Abercrombie plays Ambrose. I'm not really sure who Ambrose is, but the last one I was going to bring up is Blake Clark, who is Buford. Blake Clark is Farmer Fram, I think that's his name, from Waterboy.
Oh!
Yeah, he's in this.
And he's also in Joe Dirt.
Yeah, he's in a lot of those Happy Madison productions. But yeah, he's in this one. Beth Grant is also. And, sorry.
And one more.
Ryan Hurst from Sons is Jedediah. He's one of the people robbing the bank. I saw his name earlier and I wanted to bring that up because I know you're a fan of Sons. I'm also a fan of Remember the Titans.
I always think of who plays Jack, so I always wonder what he does. Segue.
Charlie Hunnam?
Yeah. He hasn't been in a lot. He did a lot of weird movies.
Yeah, he did a lot of stuff right after Sons, and then that kind of like his career tailed off because of it.
Yeah.
He was in like that...
Arthur?
Yeah, he's a King Arthur adaptation.
Yeah.
Anything
Segue.
that you wanted to talk about with the cast or anything like that?
Again, he's always surrounded by a banger cast.
And it always makes me wonder again, how much of it is people wanting to work with him or how much of it is him being like, no, I want to work with these people. And kind of, because this is kind of a stray from his normal people he works with outside of Nighy.
Yeah.
But there's some people that are kind of new to the game here working with him, but still an all-star cast. Probably has something to do with like the Hollywood system being like, no, we'll pay these people. And it's voice acting, so you don't have to pay people as much to my knowledge. So then let's get over then talking about that. So what did you think of Johnny Depp voicing Rango?
I loved it.
It's cute. It's very, he's
I
good.
I think of when Rango's hanging from a rope, and there's all this gun shooting going on, and you think it's like this action-packed scene, and then you just have him going, "Ah,
oh yeah, they're doing
as he's like thinking that he's flying.
It's like
and
Swan
it's like,
Lake or some like song where it's very cute, and it's the chase scene when he gets pulled away by one of the bats.
Yeah,
and he's on that rope. Yeah,
like that's just so funny, and I think Johnny does such a great job with it. Now, does he his voice is so distinguished in this that you can't say he's hidden like Isla Fisher,
right?
But I think he does such a great job.
Going along with that, his quirky nature that he can do works so well for Rango because he is in over his head.
Yes.
So Jeff is able to do like the and then like he thinks quick on his feet though.
Yeah.
And it's funny like when he's telling the story about how him and Rattlesnake Jake are brothers.
Infection.
And then somebody was like, "Wait, he's a snake and you're a lizard." And he's like, "Our mother was very." I can't think of what the thing is, but had a social life or something like that. Had a wild social life, and they're just like, "Oh,
that's only 6 brothers. 7th one died of infection."
Okay.
Oh, that's 1 bullet. No, you can see like the difference in his voice acting too, like when he's Lars versus when he's Rango versus when he's.
Because I mean, as Lars, he's very anxious, and he's actually like scolding all the people that are not acting well with him, even though he's the only one that's actually like doing anything. And you're right, though, he does get more confident as this goes along.
Yeah, because he's like, I can be whoever I want to be.
Yeah, and he really embraced it.
Yeah. Now, in terms of acting, it's only one part.
One thing I will say for his credit, though, I had read that this movie, they didn't sit in booths and actually do their voice acting. Did you?
Yeah, they actually gave them all old-timey West outfits to wear to get them in character, and
they like acted like on like a stage or something and kind of played it out. I wonder if that helped to make this work so much better, because like I got entranced with watching where this was going to go, and I was quite I kind of guessed something, because like it's funny they're playing this as Old West, but it's actually like modern. The animals don't know that though, because they're living in this like Wild West town.
Yeah,
because they're close to Vegas.
Dirt. That's the name of the town.
Oh yeah,
Dirt.
Yeah. I was like, yes.
Yes, there is dirt.
But no, I thought that was kind of. I think that helps.
No,
with
we
the
should
acting.
have known that they were close to Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
Fear and Loathing.
Yeah, it's Bat Country. I didn't even think about that.
That just clicked.
It would even made it even better if in Fear and Loathing there would have been like a chameleon that hit his windshield. And
or
like, ugh, ugh. But that's, I mean, trying to.
And then if they linked in Bat Country from.
Oh, there's bats. So yeah, I didn't even think about that. You're right. That probably could have been something that this movie did on purpose to correlate back to that one. Oh, I like it even more now. So then, are you going to have this overtake Pirates 3?
I can't.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I do think it's a very good. I would actually have picked this if this would have came out earlier against some of his like other roles that I think are just kind of meh. I probably would have taken this movie over that, but
this over The Tourist.
Yeah,
I would probably.
Yeah, I like this character better than The Tourist.
Agreed. He's still bumbling.
And there's a good handful of ones. I mean, I'd probably take this over Pirates 2.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just I don't feel like that's his movie. I feel like that's more of the story for that movie.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, there's some movies I think are kind of bigger that I would take this movie over, just because I think he does a little bit. There's more that he does with bringing this character to life, and he shows range with it too.
Like that. That makes me chuckle.
Anything else you want to talk about with Rango before we kind of start closing this out?
No, I was happy to do a rewatch, but I wonder if Mackenzie would like this one in the future.
I was actually thinking that. Maybe not just yet, just because, like...
There's a lot of talking.
And I just don't think that... Because I was actually thinking some other movies I was wondering if she would like more now that we've kind of... that she's expanded a little bit in what she's willing to watch. But I just don't know if there's not like music or something to kind of rope her back in. I don't know if she would like it as well.
No, there's not music at all in this one.
There's some very good classic music and like some like Western inspired music, but not necessarily like there's not singing and whatnot.
Very true.
Anything? I guess we can kind of preface the next episode. I was making a joke yesterday about our next one, for those that are watching along with us, if there is anybody, is we are going to be doing a rum double feature here. As we're going back to the world of pirates for Pirates of the Caribbean 4 on Stranger Tides. I believe this is the one where they are looking for... This is the one where they have Blackbeard in it. And I believe this one also has the one Hispanic actress in Vanilla Sky. Penelope Cruz is in this one. I think this one might be where they're looking for the Fountain of Youth, which would make sense because they bring that up in the end of 3 with that map. And we're going to be pairing this up with him going back as... The character's Paul Kemp, but I'm pretty sure this is from a Hunter S. Thompson story of the Rum Diary. That's going to be the 2. So have you seen both? You haven't seen the other...
I haven't seen either of these.
Okay, I have both of these, and I've seen both of these.
Oh, this is new for us. Usually I've seen them and you haven't.
Well, because I was working at FamVid when Rum Diary came out. And I believe that might have where he met Amber Heard, to be honest.
Oh.
So this is going to get kind of interesting here because she enters his life, and then they get married not too long after that. Yeah, and then obviously all that went down. So those are our 2 featured reviews. Anything you want to say then before we close out?
Happy birthday, dear.
Oh, that's true. My birthday, as of right now, was 2 days after recording this. I don't know when this will actually get released, but thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, and Johnny Depp is now tied with Samuel L. Jackson on my all-time list now.
You're welcome.
51 movies.
You're welcome.
Anyway, so anything else then, or are we going to close out?
I think we're ready to close out.
All right, well, I'm one half of your hosting duo of David Garrett Jr., and I am signing off.
And I'm the better half of Jamie Frisch Garrett, and I'll talk to you next time.
And Trip is sleeping in my arms, so we will both say bye.
Bye.
It had been a wonderful evening, and what I needed now to give it the perfect ending.
Get your paw off the table.